Tremar Lascelle Dillard, aka Flo Rida, born September 16, 1979. Today's feature has to be one of the most interesting characters to ever be added to rap music. I say added because by default Flo Rida is considered a rapper, but traditionally none of his mega hit songs sound anything like rap music, nor does his flow fall in line with what a rap fan would consider a hip-hop artist. With that said, isn't that the definition of hip-hop? Being yourself and creating your own lane of expression through music? Even when the powers that be feel you aren't their brand of music, you stay true to what moves you and convince others to feel the same, in turn creating success and wealth enough to help the community you came from. Many would say that's just one part of it, and I think rap fans have gotten so used to a certain thing that they don't see the importance of an artist like Flo Rida. Not to feel too bad for him, because since the late 2000s to mid 2010s, he's been one of the biggest singles artists that represents hip-hop, if not the biggest. From 2007, he's been on a run that lasted until 2015, and between that time he's amassed millions in sales and even more in streams. His first major label lead single in 2007 called Low, featuring an on-fire T-Pain, is his highest selling single of all time, going multi-platinum in 7 different countries and diamond in America alone. This set the tone for a dominant 8-year run where if you weren't into pop rap, you didn't take notice to the record-breaking success Flo Rida was having. The single was from his debut album Mail on Sunday that was followed by 2 more platinum singles, helping his album peak at number 4 on the top 100 charts and go gold in the process. His second album didn't peak as high in the US, but ultimately sold better than the first, becoming the only platinum album of his catalog. He's released 4 albums to date, 2 gold, 1 platinum, and the other failed to chart at all, vastly different from the success of his album and non-album singles over the same span. At one point, if you wanted a crossover pop rap record, Flo Rida was your guy, if Pitbull wasn't available. It's been 12 years since he's released a studio album, the last coming in 2012, after realizing for him, he was never meant to go about his hip-hop career the traditional way, and no matter what he does, he'll always have his detractors that say his music is not a good representation of rap, actually not rap at all, and confused as to how he's been able to be so palatable on a mass level and rake in a fortune being under the radar but successful for such a long time. His run is worth being documented, even if for these reasons hip-hop and rap fans overlook his contribution to rap music. What happened? Let's talk about it. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth Music. Let's get him. Take a minute to like, subscribe, and comment on who I should do next. Flo Rida, as he calls himself, which is just his home state Florida with a space in it, is a rapper, singer, and songwriter from the Carol City neighborhood of Miami Gardens, where he grew up in the Carol City projects with 7 sisters, one of them his twin, as the only boy in the household. His father played many different instruments and his sisters were in a gospel group together, so music was always a part of his background. He got his start as a part of a 3-man rap group called the Groundhogs around 15 years old, remaining together for almost the next decade. They were recognized, but on a local level, receiving placement through rapper Fresh Kid Ice, who took him on tour, and later it helped him gain interest from Devontae Swing of Jodeci. Things were moving too slow for Flo Rida, so he left music and pursued 9-to-5 jobs until E-Class and Po' Boy Entertainment came calling, and his career took off from there. Stunt number 1, it's not rap. To be completely honest about Flo Rida and his music from here on, the biggest reason he's not mentioned or even recognized in black hip-hop circles is because his music is actually not rap. Does it have rap elements in it? Yes. He doesn't always harmonize or sing his music. At times he would drop a flow here and there, and it sounds close enough to what rap fans recognize, but for the most part Flo Rida is either pop or he's in his own lane, where you can simply label him a hitmaker, bottom line. I believe initially he started off in the southern rap hip-hop lane, but after the success of the song Low, then his next 3 singles doing great on the charts, all multi-times platinum, 3 of the 4 top 10 records in the country, and 2 number 1s, he made the conscious decision to continue milking that formula, and rightfully so. Rap music, if we're being honest, has been headed in this direction since the mid-90s after Bad Boy Records and rappers like Jay-Z, Nas, DMX, and even Eminem began to present hip-hop as the coolest and most popular genre. Labels began to recognize the marketability of new age hip-hop and that it wasn't all consciously pro-black or militant, thus started to throw more and more money behind it, realizing the influence black hip-hop artists had on music culture in general. By the time Flo Rida came along in the late 2000s, it reached a point hip-hop was the most dominant genre in the world as far as popularity, and its artists having the most influence on the newly invented social media. Streaming services like Spotify and SoundCloud also came out parallel to the rise of Flo Rida, giving him the perfect mix to go down a path not many rappers could and be successful enough that it didn't matter whether he was doing traditional rap or not. No, it's not rap in that sense, but it was successful, it did do numbers, and he made a lot of money using that formula. So, as the artist, who would really care? Stunt number 2, low album sales. Another huge reason Flo Rida gets overlooked is because he's considered a one-trick pony of sorts, where he somehow found a formula, which is making cookie-cutter club party music, equipped with catchy hooks and dumbed all the way down verses that are easily repeatable to the drunk young adult, and stuck with it to the point it's what he's become known for. Outside the black community, I'm not sure if those fans are even aware he has albums dropping. As compared to the world-class success his singles have achieved, his albums struggle to move 500,000 units. According to the US charts, he's had one album move more than that, barely certified platinum, and that was, as mentioned, his second album. In hip-hop culture, one thing I can say is when it comes to being critical of its artists, rap leads the way in being hypersensitive about the numbers. Many would say that it's all about the music, but at the same time, when an artist like Drake is boasting about all the numerical marks he's been able to reach over his career, he's celebrated for it as the greatest rapper of his generation. The same way, if you don't move a certain amount of units, you're considered a flop. But Flo Rida, one of hip-hop's highest-selling singles artists, his success always comes with a yeah, but. Yes, his singles are popular, but his albums don't match the success, so we don't pay attention to what he's actually achieving. On one hand, I understand where those rap fans are coming from, feeling like he's really a pop artist benefiting from the popularity of hip-hop and being placed in certain party playlists that drives his streams because he does have those catchy songs perfect for the party and club environment. But on the other, it shows a lack of strong fan base if playlisting is what an artist relies on to sell streams instead of his fans purchasing his full projects. Stunt number 3, his personality. No offense, and I hate to be so straightforward, but we did say we're being honest, and honestly, Flo Rida just has the personality that's easy to overlook. Nothing's wrong with that, but as an artist in entertainment, especially in the era he came up in, being entertaining is the key to unlocking your full potential as a rapper or a musician. Now more than ever, with the 24-hour access fans have to their favorite rappers and entertainers, they attract to someone that has the masses talking. Whether it be good or bad press, just some sort of personality would suffice for many, and Flo Rida isn't as hype and extroverted as his music does seem. When you see him on camera or jumping in the crowd at his shows, he fares well in those environments, but outside of that, he just gets the job done and move on. Never the most talkative or controversial. He's just about business, and I don't think it leaves much room for his fans to genuinely connect to him and increase his fan base. Once he makes music they can get drunk to on the weekends, that's all they care about. All in all, Flo Rida has been and will be just fine. He's sold an insane amount of records and also has made investments that in a roundabout way made more for him than music ever has. So I'm sure for him, who cares if rap fans overlook him or not? I think his biggest contribution to hip-hop is he's shown you can be everything mentioned and still be one of the most successful to do it in your own lane. Salute to Flo Rida, much respect. But for these reasons, most fans overlook his contributions to hip-hop. It's your boy JC, Stunted Growth Music, and I'm out.